I mean, I'm not going to fight it. I'm a fanboy, but I'm not going to fight it. And welcome back to the DRT show. Today we're talking about the PlayStation Portal. Huge news as the voice of Mario moves on. Another game studio announcing a huge game, making a series a trilogy. And Gamescom, all the great games that were released recently. So let's get into it.
Episode 13. Jesus Christ. This is going to be the good one. This is 13's unlucky for some. And you see my devil teddy there.
Oh yeah, that's new.
I know. It's fitting, isn't it?
Very cool.
I've had that since I was a kid.
And it's just magically popped out for episode 13. I love it.
Yeah. It's actually a sheer coincidence because Oren had it.
Well,
and then Penny dragged out of the room. So I was like, nope.
That's mine. I'll have that back.
That's mine, you wee dick. Anyway, episode 13. Everybody, welcome. We've got a lot to talk about. I am joined, as ever, by my absolute stallion of a companion, James. James, what's happening?
Just the usual. Still settling into the new dad life. I am. To be
You're
fair,
not a new dad. You've just got.
Wow.
You've got an addition.
All right, let me change it up. I'm settling into the girl dad life.
Ooh, I hear that's a lot more different.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it is very different. And like my first one, oh geez, he was a nightmare. Having feeds every hour to every 2 hours because he came super duper early. He didn't sleep. He cried a lot. He was like all
just
fragile
like
and all
dad.
like, yeah, that's what it is. This one is just like an absolute sweetheart. She's an angel. She just sleeps and then like wakes up. She hates being naked though. You change her nappy, my goodness, will
That's
you
so
know
weird.
about it? It is weird and legit. She like she's funny as hell. Sorry, I'm laughing because I wasn't too sure if I was going to share this with you, but I am because it's funny. So earlier on, I was changing her nappy and she was really struggling to go to the toilet.
Okay.
So like I left it a little tiny bit longer and nothing happened. So as I opened up the nappy, she just shotted up the nappy, literally just missing my fingers. And I was like, oh no. And literally my wife and my son just burst out laughing. They just didn't know what to do. I was like, whoa, that was super close. And then she just continued going. And honestly, I thought, how can so much poop come out of such a little beautiful baby? My God, I wasn't too sure I was going to share it, but it was so funny. I was wetting myself over that as well.
That's like one of the first nights that I changed Kian. It was like 3 a.m. and I was half delirious and I was changing him on the table and I started feeling stuff hitting my t-shirt and I was in that kind of sleep delirium. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized it started to get warm and wet and I was like, he's fucking pissing on me. He was lying down just pissing right, like, fuck you, Dad. Right
that's a big fuck you, Dad.
And then I was
to be fair,
stood there.
Yeah, to be fair, I've had that as well. I've literally had that. Like any little bit of air that goes on it, it's just like, woo, shoot, shoot, let's go. Let's fucking go. I know it is. It really is. It really is.
Right,
so yeah,
we're just going to get down to it because there's loads to talk about, and I can sit here and talk about your wee one and everything all day.
I know.
But I'd say we'll get stuck into this shit because we got the boring shit out of the way first, and then we'll start talking about kids again.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have heard Charles Martinet, the original voice, or no, the original voice, but the voice of Mario has now become a Mario ambassador. So he's gone. People on the internet are freaking out and super sad. The one thing I found, or that I thought, was that surely they've recorded everything they need. There's only so many wows and it's a me you can do. He's not making any fucking grand speeches or anything like that. So it's
all I'm gonna say is we've got Chris Pratt. That's all it is. We don't need this Martinet guy anymore. That's all.
But even then, I didn't think you really need anybody else.
No,
how much does Mario talk?
When I heard about this, I was like, no offense to the guy, but he's old now. He's ready to retire, and they've kept him in as an ambassador because I'm sure that they're still going to want people coming to Nintendo events and sign-ins and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? They're going to guest appearances and all that kind of stuff. So that's probably why he's still an ambassador. I don't see it as a sad thing. Do you know what I mean?
Twitter's a buzz because they think they've kept him as an ambassador because they're using AI to generate his voice from now on. So they're like, we'll keep you on the payroll to keep you sweet, but we can still use your voice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, AI is nuts these days, I will say. So it's probably very doable.
That should be our next show. We should see if we can like train AI to sound like us. And it'd just be me going, fuck off, you cunt. And you'll be like, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That's all it be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I sound like. Yeah.
That's 100% what you sound like. There's a new God of War game coming out, shock horror, yes. A job listing went up on Santa Monica Studios, basically heavily hinting there's going to be a God of War 3. I know you're as shocked as I am. But
well, no, that's what I was saying to you just before we started. When I was looking at this document earlier, I was like looking at it, and the title literally says Santa Monica Studios new and unannounced title, and then they're like, oh yeah, it looks to be another God of War game. Oh. Like even the title sounds depressed about this. I'm excited. I think it'll be good.
Oh, it'll be good. Didn't get me wrong. But like people act shocked and surprised. That's like, oh my god, there's going to be a new God of War game. It's like, of course there's going to be a new fucking God of War game. What do you think they're going to do with one of their biggest fucking franchises ever?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I mean, they took 4 years to do God of War 2018. Obviously, it came out in 2022. So it's probably going to be another 2 or 3 years before we see it. So yeah, it's about right that all this sort of stuff starts going about. It doesn't shock me in the slightest.
No,
so,
but it's just when people start acting like, oh my god.
Can you believe it?
I just realised here I've put in the wrong link about Ghost Runner. I had a dyslexic moment. I thought it said Ghostbusters, but it doesn't. Because I was reading something about Ghostbusters too, because apparently it's rumoured to come out in October next year. And then I saw Ghost something October, and I was like, copy that, and then.
So it's not Ghost Runner 2.
No.
Nobody cares about Ghost Runner 2 anymore.
Who give a fuck about Ghost Runner 2? Something that you'd be interested in. It was unveiled only but 5 hours ago. Well, not unveiled, but hands-on, so on and so forth. Is the PSP3, also known as the PlayStation Portal.
Yes, the PlayStation Portal. Yes. So again, this is
interesting things.
This has just been dropped, and the price point is $199. And well, I would be lying to you right here, right now, if I said I wasn't contemplating buying this, because I did say to myself, if it's under $250, I probably would look at it, like toy with the idea, and it's $199. So I'm like,
but considering a new controller's like $80 or $90, like it's I say only, but like it's I think we said on a previous podcast where if it was in this region, then it'd be more, more likely that we'd pick it up.
Yeah. So again, this will still require you to tether it to your PS5, and you have to have a PS5 for this thing to work. I mean, I do, so I'm okay in that respect. What they have said that as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, that it will work. So you could take it outside of the house, which was one of the big things for me personally, because it's like sometimes I want to be able to play it outside of my house. So that sounds like they went back and had a look at it, and actually that's a possibility. Even on the video they said like you could literally be over the other side of the world and be able to play it, blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, well that's fair enough. They've sorted out the other thing that was a problem the last time we spoke about this, which was the touchpad. So they've actually shown it now that it comes down in 2 little boxes on the bottom of the screen. So I mean that's something, I suppose, but I mean. Yeah, even
I think the price
IGN...
I think the price is going to be good. The price is a big thing, and as well as some of the functionality, like you said, as long as you like, I think it seemed like it's got some kind of like power over Wi-Fi. Because my thinking would be like, imagine you're playing you've left your PlayStation 5 on, you go on holiday, and you're sitting playing it, and then the wife turns off the PlayStation 5, and then that's you fucked. Well, I'd imagine there's some kind of like power over Wi-Fi feature.
Yeah, there is. That's another thing that they did address. They said that this will actually wake your PlayStation up. So even if you are on the other side of the world, and unless like you have a power cut, then you won't be able to. But other than that, you should be able just to turn this thing on, and it'll wake your PlayStation up straight away. One of the things,
but that entails leaving on standby as well, though. So there's off and then standby.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure it's on standby, as in it's not just like flicked off at the wall and then put back on. Like it need to be left on standby, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
Absolutely right.
Again, there's still more to come out about this, like so.
Yeah. The other thing that they announced though with this as well is that they don't actually have. It doesn't have Bluetooth in it, which I don't know. That's a bit off for me because it's like they've just announced these new headphones, these new earbuds, and that I probably would have picked up with it just to kind of play on that. But if it's gone to Bluetooth, then that isn't going to work. So I don't know. Like, there's lots of misses already for this that's bothering me about it. The fact that there's no actual software really included on the actual system. That's kind of annoying. I don't know. Yeah, it's got there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things, but
I'm kind of skeptical as to why. Another reason why they didn't put Bluetooth on it.
Yeah,
hacking.
What's that? Well,
because I'd say that's going to be a big security thing. Because one thing I've learned over the last few days specifically is how much hacking can be done over Bluetooth. Like how much code can be injected over Bluetooth.
Yeah,
and like the only thing is goes a USB-C, but that's purely power. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That's a good point. I don't know. I mean,
it depends on what hardware it's going board, because they might have fucking nothing. They might have enough to run fucking NES games, but that's probably it. Like,
yeah, and that may very well be it. I will still say the controller, like when they were playing it on because they announced this on PlayStation Blog, and then IGN actually did a video on it. And even on the IGN video, the way the controller holds, and it just looks flimsy.
It does,
and that really bothers me, because it's like, I'm not as heated as someone like yourself, for example, when it comes to games, but even so, I have my moments.
What do you mean by that?
I've literally seen you destroy PlayStation controllers and stuff.
No,
so yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've seen you do it. So don't you come at me with that.
I'm not.
but like, it worries me, the durability on this, because it doesn't look. I mean, I don't know. You look at it and it stresses me out looking at it, because I'm like. Like one little wrong twist or pull, because like, I mean, that's what you do with the controller. You hold on to it, you grip it, you when you're fighting with it, your hands are physically moving and you're doing all this sort of stuff. So in that respect, that worries me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, the video spent an awful lot of time kind of shitting on the fucking, oh shit, I forgot the name of it now. You know, that the phone controller that you can use to play PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a more expensive version of that. But literally, like, they were like,
the backbone.
We know you can use this, but it's not as good as this, even though it does the same thing.
And that's why one of the things as well is like, do I buy a backbone controller so I can play my
backbone?
PlayStation?
That's a good man.
Yeah, or do I then double the price and get this thing? That, again, I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. It kind of feels like it's dead in the water. It's dead on arrival, because even though like fanboys like myself will pick it up, yeah, I'm not sure it'll do too well.
Kenzie made a good comparison on the Discord earlier on.
Yeah.
Aye.
Oh, what'd she say? I missed that. What'd she say?
There's the PS Portable right there. I know the PS Portable, the fucking PlayStation Portable. There you go.
The PlayStation Portable.
Nintendo done it first, Shocking. Nintendo done it first, and Sony were like, "Oh, what can we? What new things can we come up with? Let's see what Nintendo's done."
Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay. Well done, Kenzie.
Explain to me how different and how wrong she is. Go on, try.
Oh no, I absolutely
just try.
Can't.
Go on, try.
What do you want me to say? I don't disagree. I mean, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm a fanboy, but I'm not gonna fight it. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah.
But no,
I'm depressed.
If hopefully I do get a PlayStation 5 soon, and I would be inclined to get this, but it would be more when it goes down to like 120.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Do I wait? Are they actually going to drop it? Is it going to be one of those things, or is it going to be like?
But your phone's fucking stellar. Like, if you got a backbone. Don't know why I found that so hard. If you got a backbone controller,
say purple burglar alarm. Just say that.
Purple burglar alarm.
There you go. You can do it. You can do it.
It's like I say proper copper coffee pot as well.
I know. I can't even do that one. Yeah, I know.
Purple burglar alarm. Although when you say it properly, you sound like a fucking fud. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. I can say it normally enough when you think about it. Purple burglar alarm. Anyway, let's move on. So today's Wednesday. Last night there was Gamescom in Germany.
Germany, yeah. Sorry, it was Germany, yeah.
There's a lot on show.
Hmm.
There's a lot that I was looking forward to. A lot that I think is a load of shite. And a couple of things that piqued my interest, but I wait until kind of there's more unveiled before I make my mind up.
Yeah.
So I've literally, like I said, I've written every game that was shown with some kind of quick things. So I don't know if you want me to just follow my list and then we'll just be like, did you see that? And you'll be like, oh shit.
Shit, right, I did like it. Yeah, no, if you've got the list, let's go through the list.
Right.
That's what
so
I'm thinking. But
the first thing, Starfield, right? The more I see about this, the more excited I get, because I just think how fucking funny it's going to be. You flying through space and then fucking mammoths just spawn and fawn you, because you know that happens in fucking Bethesda games. Like, I think it looks alright. I think it's going to be a big scale. It's good that they're coming out with no another fucking version of Skyrim, even though it's like Skyrim in space, or like Fallout in space rather. I think the more I see it, the more interesting it looks. But the main thing, the best point about this, and I've got to give absolute fucking kudos to the guy. 6 minutes in or whatever it was, he comes on stage and he's like, the guy rushes the stage. He's like, "Where's GTA 6? Where's GTA 6? GTA 6? GTA 6?"
That was amazing. Yeah,
he's asking Bethesda where GTA 6 are, where GTA 6 is, and
you know what that is, don't you?
Tell me.
Pro gamer move.
But you know why? Do you know why I give the guy so much fucking praise? Is he could have waited. He could have waited to the very end. He could have got his money's worth. Instead, he was like, "Fuck this! First 5 minutes, I'm going to wait until the first opportunity I can get," and runs onto the fucking stage, and is basically like, "Where's GTA 6? GTA 6? GTA 6? GTA 6?" Sure, I'll ask Bethesda about GTA 6. That's like asking me about fucking Wales.
You probably know more about.
I just thought that was very funny. After the guy had didn't get me wrong, like at the same time, security. Where the fuck were you, by the way? Because they came on like he asked like, "Where's GTA 6?" literally 6 times, and then they got the security.
And then they're like, "Oh, he's not supposed to be there."
And then they started going like this.
I know.
Yeah, you fuck.
What's that about? I gotta say just quickly, just to have my 10 cents worth. I think this game is gonna come out very broken. I genuinely
fucking fact. Day one 65 gig update guaranteed.
Oh, 100%. And I don't even know if it'll be day one. I reckon they'll release it broken and potentially it'll end up being another. What was that game? Cyberpunk. It's gonna be another where it's just completely wrecked, and everyone's gonna be devastated, like they didn't see it coming. That's genuinely.
I think they know it's fucked. I think they're going to release it anyway. They're going to patch it day one to fix most of the problems, not all of the problems. I'd like to say I'm wrong, but you know, Baldur's Gate 3's like pissed off a lot of devs because a company can actually release a fully fleshed out functional game day one. Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's pissing a lot of people off. Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, I missed that one.
That was literally the second game.
I did more. I missed a lot of the beginning part of it.
You're
why didn't you tell me about this?
Why didn't I tell you
about Little Nightmares 3?
About Gamescom?
No, I was watching Gamescom, but I kind of missed the first little bit. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. I see it. Yeah. Very cool.
Little Nightmares 3. I played the first one. I really liked it. I played a bit the second one. I didn't play much yet because I couldn't get into it. I just didn't get into it because there was too much shit happening. I need to stop fucking brushing my fucking what's left in my beard.
I was gonna say there's nothing there to brush.
I keep no, but it feels nice because I can actually feel my skin now in my chin.
Yeah, you just exfoliating at this point.
I know. I keep forgetting we're recording video. So like on the YouTube, you're going to see me brushing my beard, so there might be some sweet beard brushing ASMR.
Head over to YouTube if you want to see the sexualness of Graham scraping his skin with a brush.
Aye, Little Nightmares 3, 2 characters, co-op, online, local multiplayer. Looks very interesting because I like the design. It's got that kind of Tim Burton-y kind of darkness to it. Yeah, and like the characters' designs are creepy as fuck. And the first game's actually fairly scary, and is like an absolute like mind fuck at sometimes. Like so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I would love to play co-op with you on this game.
100%, 100%.
Really good.
Game after that was a game called Wukong or Wukong.
Wukong. That's how I read it in my head.
Done that, no me. That was you that done that.
That's how I read it in my head.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much I suppressed that? I was like, do not do the accent. And then you just
no, I'm not. No. That's how I read it, and it translated in my brain. It was like,
that's fair. So my initial thoughts about this was, it looks cool, but it looks like another Souls
generic
game.
Wannabe Souls-like.
It looks nice, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's just going to be another kind of, Soulsborne style game.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too impressed with that. After that though was Killing Floor 3.
Ooh,
and
yes.
I am Chris got me playing Killing Floor 2 when he was here once, and we sat and played it for ages. Like it's like Call of Duty Zombies, and like you basically just go and you just absolutely tank the fuck out of the enemies, and then there's a big boss at the end.
That trailer though.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It looks so much like Doom.
But that's what I thought it was. I thought, are they making a new Doom game? And then all of a sudden it was like, I saw the little laser things and I thought, well, this is a new enemy if it's Doom. I don't recognize this enemy. Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, it's like, oh, Killing Floor 3. But yeah, Chris got me excited for this game as well, because
I'm almost certain you got Killing Floor 2 on Epic. I'm pretty sure you picked up.
I
remember it going free and we were like, oh, game on, we'll get.
I do that often though. I will see a game going for free and I'll be like, I'll play that one day. One day that game will get played.
One day.
So maybe that's what we need to do, is play Killing Floor 2.
100%. We need to play Left 4 Dead 2 as well. No played that.
I haven't played Left 4 Dead.
We've not played that together, have we? I think so.
I've never played it.
Oh, we need to play it. Because that's like a cool zombie survival game. Oh. I'm
absolutely fine with that. Yeah.
After Killing Floor 3 was Age of Empire. Nothing against the game. It's just not my kind of game.
If you're into that sort of stuff, it's good. But yeah, no, it did nothing for me.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. After that, fucking D. Snyder came on. No D. Snyder. Zack Snyder.
I'm so glad you did that, because I literally was going, D. Snyder. Yeah, no, it's Zack. It's Zack. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that does it. Thank God for that. Yeah, this is
so it's a TV series coming out on Netflix about space Nazis, and I don't know. I
don't know. It looked good to me, and it's got what's his name? Charlie Hun, is it? Something Hun. The dude who plays Jax Teller in Sons of Anarchy. That dude, the blonde dude. He is. Yeah, they have him in there as well. Yeah,
I didn't realize he was in it.
Yeah, he's in there as well, and it does. I don't know. It's got potential, but is it just a really good trailer?
Aye, has the trailer shown all the good parts in it?
Yeah. So what they've said is they're going to drop this. This comes in 2 parts as well. So they got part 1 coming in December, and then part 2 coming in April. So I don't know. Is that I wasn't too sure as well. Is this a movie or a series?
I thought it was a series, but I don't know. Actually, I just assumed it was a series because it's on Netflix.
Someone's getting arrested by you, by the way.
Aye, that's the CIA finally coming to get me.
They finally caught
7 episodes ago. They fucking catched them late, or caught late even. Yeah. Catched up, what a fucking bellend. These kind of things intrigue me, and like I'm going to say it, right? And this will probably get a lot of fucking hate, but I didn't give a fuck.
No.
There's a lot of things coming out nowadays where, the strong female lead type thing. Very few of them, I think, pull it off right, because it's just she's a badass because she's a woman, and that's it. They didn't get any challenges, any bumps in the road, any come to Jesus meetings, any kind of realization that she's in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? They're just perfect. They're fucking the strongest, the fastest, the bestest. I'm hoping that this isn't just another one of these, like, she can kick anybody's ass because she's a woman. Do you know what I mean?
I do, and I actually agree with you there as well. Yeah, we are having a lot. There's a lot coming through at the moment where female heavy, and again, it's nothing like that's not misogynist in the slightest. It's not it needs to be men, but if you're gonna do it, at least have a bit more to the story. Give us like a bit of meat and potatoes. The whole thing, do you know what I mean?
The whole thing shouldn't just be like, oh, she's a woman, so therefore she can kick ass. You know what I mean?
This
give her some character progression, some development, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought when I saw it. was
Oh,
her
I
just
agree with you.
fucking leathering fuck out of guys who were like 4 times her size, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I know she's some kind of warrior princess, like, but you know.
Well, that's the thing. This movie, this series, whatever it is a bit all over the place. It's, you know, I'm looking at what they've written down here for the little things. It's space travel. They got guns, flaming swords, mythical creatures, aliens, robots, explosions, and so much.
You know what that screams to me is a Friday morning brainstorming session. Right, lads, we're coming with a new Netflix series. What will it have in it? Aliens, spaceships, dinosaurs, and guns.
And bananas. Let's go.
Take them all off, guys. We've fucking nailed it straight away. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do hope there's a bit more meat and potatoes in this though, because
I will give it a chance anyway.
Yeah.
And I know I like Zack Snyder's directing style where he does, you know,
I love
he does
Dee
go
Snider and
in.
what he does.
I love Dee Snider as well. We're not gonna, but you know what I mean. Like it's like I will give it a chance anyway, and then see how it goes for that.
Yeah.
The next game, I think, or the next game, is this is the one I think I'm most looking forward to, and I am dubbing this now, Tears of the Elden Witcher Creed, because it's got elements of every single one of the games in it.
Right, which one?
What do you mean, which one?
What game?
Which game? Crimson Desert. I just read it there. Crimson Desert. I am now dubbing this Tears of the Elden Witcher Creed because
Tears of the Elden Witcher Creed. I love it.
it looks massive. Like some of the some of the map overviews that were showing you, like the draw distance looked insane. So
yeah,
I think this is the game I was most looking forward to because it had like kind of elements of like each of the games in it. Like some of like the level design and like with the sky islands and stuff like that did look a lot like Tears of the Kingdom, especially when he's like falling down and stuff like that.
It
some
was
of the
funny.
combat did.
It's funny you say that because legitimately that's what went through my head as well. I was like, this literally looks like Tears of the Kingdom, like but with real graphics.
Proper graphics, like with Elden Ring graphics.
Yeah.
Because it looks like an Elden game. It looks like a Zelda game made in the Elden Ring engine, but with Witcher in it and Assassin's Creed style parkour.
Parkour.
It's actually like they've taken the best parts of the games and went, let's make all this stuff. And I think this is like some kind of South Korean developer as well, if I remember rightly. I can't mind off the top of my head.
No, I'm not sure.
Some kind of South Korean dev.
Yeah, and it's got fishing as well. It's got fishing.
So
yeah, let's go fishing.
That was another thing that made me think of Zelda. It's got fishing. It's got pets. It's got GTA style. Fuck you, get off my cart. This is mine now. Stuff.
Yeah.
I think the trailer looked awesome, so I am very much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I kind of went downhill a wee bit here from it, to be honest, because after this, Ice-T gave his world premiere.
Like, I legit was in our Discord, like, typing out, like, Ice-T, what are you doing? Like, what? Oh, God. Like, and he's like, yeah, man, I know a thing or two about a heist. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Play the stereotypical, I suppose. Go for it.
Good man, Ace. Payday 3. I've played Payday 1. It was shite. Payday 2 was good, but it was dead in the water after maybe like 2 months. Like trying to get a game online was just non-existent.
Nah.
If they managed to fix that with 3, fair enough. I can't really see it being another. I can't really see it catching on. Like, I'd like to be proven wrong though, so please prove me wrong. Ice-T, I know you're watching.
I'm
please
not even. Yeah, Ice-T. What? I know you're watching. What were you thinking? Anyway, next.
After that was Assassin's Creed generic game version 5.27.
Yeah.
This didn't really. Nah.
It didn't me either, but Kenzie was messaging me at the time, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so hyped for this," and I'm like, "Really? Okay."
I've not really been in an Assassin's Creed game since fucking Black Flag. I thought I'd get into Valhalla because of the Vikings, but I couldn't.
I feel like they've. Yeah, well, that's exactly it. It is all the same. You know what you're going in for. And I suppose if that's something you're into, if you're into that style of gameplay and that's something you want to play, then great. And I hope it is good for everyone. And I said that as well. Like, I hope it is a good game, and I hope it lives up to the hype and everyone's really on board with it. But I couldn't have yawned harder. The trailer looked like every other trailer for Assassin's Creed to me. It was just like
even the graphics weren't fucking that good either.
Nah,
Like it showed you some cutscenes and the character models looked a bit shit. Like
a
bit shit.
Yeah.
But then
Ooh.
they brought out Jasmine, which then I was like, ooh, maybe this game might be good.
Yeah, go on.
Jasmine was the co-host, and she was like some kind of Arabian princess, and she was glorious.
And that did it for you.
Aye, got my interest there. I'll buy it. I might buy it now, but probably not.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. Tekken 8, new mode, story mode.
So
this wouldn't be a big thing for me, so I've literally written down Tekken 8, meh.
Right, okay, so let me just be the opposite guy to that, because I am so freaking hyped for this game. I love the Tekken series, and I am super duper hyped. I was a bit like, why have they gone with the sort of Tekken, the Street Fighter 6 sort of route? Because there's like a hub world and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I think I'm going to dig the holy fuck out of this game. I am really excited. I love the characters. I love the art style. I loved it all. And this for me personally got me really hyped up. I was like, oh yes, let's fucking go. And then they announced that it was coming out on the 26th of January. And I was like, still so far away.
Like, I was just watching it and I was just thinking, this just looks like every other Tekken trailer.
I mean, it does and it doesn't. I think that hub world adds in another layer to it. But again, Tekken is my jam. I love Tekken.
That's fair.
And I am very excited to play it. And the character models look amazing. The fighting looks really good. And yeah.
But like it looks good, but it doesn't look like they've overly improved on what's already been.
I would.
But again, that's me. I've not really played Tekken.
Did you play?
Tekken
Did you play? No, so you didn't play Tekken 7 or anything then? No.
So that's the thing. Like,
it's the story modes, it's all that kind of stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's a lot going to be going on with this game. It's going to be a bit more than just a fighter. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be just a little bit more than that. So
it's just like when they tried to add like story mode into Tony Hawk.
No, I mean there was a story mode in like Tekken 3 and stuff. Do you know what I mean? As you play through the fighters, you go through all the different things, and there's like a little story at the end of it as you unlock the characters, and all that shit. You don't remember that? You don't remember Gon? You never unlocked Gon, the little dinosaur dude? No. Okay.
No.
Fair enough. Well,
Are you done?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had
to throw that. Call of Duty was next. Call of Duty can suck my ass. So
that literally could suck it. Yeah.
There's a game I've written down called Nightingale. I didn't write anything underneath it, so I'm assuming it intrigued me massively.
Nightingale looked very generic.
Okay.
It was quite. Yeah, it's nothing that we haven't seen before in a game. I mean, it could be all right, but it doesn't really do a great deal for me, personally.
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I was pulling my teeth out again when I was going out earlier.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I say, it's just the usual sort of thing: survival, crafting, quests.
The next game, I think you might be actually surprised. It's called Grand Blue.
I got excited.
I actually think this looks good.
Yes, this is an action RPG similar to sort of like the Tales series and all that kind of stuff, and
like some of the combat and action scenes and stuff like that actually looked really good. I've actually came up with a cool acronym that I think you might like.
Go on.
Literally, I've written down Weeb with like 14 E's, but then underneath that I've came up with this cool fucking acronym called WIDO, where it's Weeb in design only. Whereas like it looks like a JRPG, but it might not actually play like a JRPG. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it plays like an RPG instead.
But not a Japanese one. Do you know what
I
mean?
A Japanese one. Yeah, exactly.
Which I think might be why I didn't get into them in the first place. Nah,
yeah.
But like, I don't know. This actually looked like, for all the Weeby games that were shown, I think this one was actually like possible.
I have actually never delved into this series at all. I'm aware of Grand Blue. Excuse me, sorry. But I will say that, this game looked amazing, and I was extremely hyped to see that. So yeah.
When I watched it, like when they were fighting that big dragon and some of the design, just some of the sequences and stuff, I was like, oh, this looks nice. This looks like it might be getting played.
Yeah. No, I definitely am going to be picking this one up. That's for sure.
There was Immortals Avium, which looked fucking garbage. Looked very generic.
Yeah.
There's a comment I'm going to make on a later video, but this had the problem, which I just didn't under fucking stand, and I'll talk about in a minute because it happened again. It happened a few times actually, but there's one particular one I talk about. The next few games I think would have been right down your alley because I've literally just written Weeb next to oil.
Okay.
So there was Zenless Zone.
That
looked
that
like a kind of
game,
mobile game.
That game may look like a mobile game, but at the same time, you want about Zenless Zone Zero?
Aye.
Yeah, that game looked amazing. I was actually really impressed, and I later found out that this is the company who made Genshin Impact, which is the mobile game. So that's probably
because they talked about Honkai Star Rail.
You're a Honkai.
You're a Star Rail. I'll rail your star any day of the week.
Before
you mentioned Genshin Impact, they actually shown Genshin Impact as well.
Yeah, so I think they released three games during that thing, but the one that really sparked my interest out of all them was Zen Zone Zero.
Zero.
Or ZZZ, as they called it. So
the noise you make when you fall asleep playing a fucking JRPG.
It's the noise you make when you're trying to imitate a bee. But honestly, like, I legit was like, oh, I am probably going to buy this day one.
Fair enough. Like, the only thing I think about Genshin Impact is, like, you know how it's always advertised, like fucking Raid Shadow Legends. Like, it's all fucking over the place. Like, and it just looks shit.
I agree.
In fairness, like, the Grand Blue does look good. I think Grand Blue should have been after the three of them. Yeah. Because I think they set the bar very high, showing Grand Blue first.
Yeah.
And that Immortals Avium, garbage. Fuck that shit.
That looks terrible.
Then they showed Lords of the Fallen.
See,
oh my.
I was talking to Chris when they announced this, and I was like, I swear to God that this was like a thing already. Like, isn't this already a game? Is this like a and he's like, no. It's just a coincidence, basically.
That's just
a little coinky dinky.
Aye. There's a game that came out a few years ago called Lords of the Fallen, and it
looked terrible.
It's very generic, like RPG, medievally kind of monster fighter game. But it's
again, this just looked like another Souls like.
This looked like another Soulsborne game, but it was more in the Bourne region. Like, the character designs looked fucking unreal. I thought the game looked dark. It looked dirty. It looked fucking grotesque. It looked
filthy.
Amazing. It did. Oh my God! Like, it literally, it looked like another Bloodborne game with some of the, like, just some of the sequences it showed. Some of the combat, I was like, oh, daddy like. This
daddy
is what I was
does
getting.
like.
Daddy like. So this is probably one of the. There's only a few games I'm looking forward to. This was one of them. Then they showed Sonic. Meh.
Yay! Like, again, I am excited, and it's done in that style of sort of Sonic Mania-y, sort of old school sort of Sonic style. Maybe a little bit further on than the Mega Drive stuff. You know, sort of like.
When Super Mario 3D Land came out and they done the Mario 3D side scrolling, that's what it looks like to me. That's literally what it looks like to me.
That's fair, but I'm excited for this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It might be decent, but like it looked kind of slow, which I think's it
comes out when we're in Portland as well. Portland.
But then they've got the final Frontiers update as well. And I'm not going to lie, I got Frontiers when it came out. I played it, didn't get into it, didn't really like it. Haven't really followed up on it since.
No, I do want to check that game out, so I might have to borrow that off you at some point.
Well, Frontiers.
Yeah. Might have to do that. Check it out.
Then they showed a game called First Descendant, and I just wrote generic Anthem-looking game. There was loads of these kind of just generic kind of shooter looking games that all kind of follow the same Destiny / Anthem looking vibe that just
there was a couple of games that I completely even forgot about shortly after watching the thing. Do you know what I mean? They were very forgettable.
I was writing them down as I was going. Like,
there
was a game which I think looked pretty interesting, called Under the Waves. And it's basically like a guy who was in a submarine, like in a underwater station, and it basically looks like a kind of like almost like a farming simulator type game, like one of these like survival games.
Oh, okay.
But like it actually looks fairly decent. Like just the story mode and stuff like that, kind of some of the kind of story building it was given actually looked like it would be worth kind of watching. So like see how it goes. All the kind of dark underwater stuff I liked as well, like kind of the underwater survival-y stuff. Like underwater for me is like scary as it is, so like it'd be cool if there's like this kind of thing. It's one of these games I'm going to wait to see like what else comes out in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah,
might be worth picking up. I'd say it's going to be one of these Xbox Game Pass games, but I'd say it's going to be worth playing for a couple of hours just to see if you get into it.
Heck yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then they showed a game called Fort Solace, which was one of the very few survival horror games that actually showed at this. And it's got Troy Baker in it, who's Joel for The Last of Us.
Yeah, I know the
This is one where he kind of goes to space and she's like, "Don't go in yourself, wait for backup." And he's like, "Fuck you!" And then goes in and it starts like fighting loads of kind of zombie astronauts. Which I thought it looked good. Heavy Dead Space vibes of it, which I like.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I got off it as well. But I don't know. I just feel like if they'd released that game about 5 to 10 years ago, it would have been amazing. But it's been done, and it's been done quite a bit now. So I don't know. Like it looked quality in the story. Like the story they were telling looked like it had a bit to it. Oh, yeah. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I was watching it just thinking, like, hasn't this already been done so many times? And I know there's a lot of games you can say that about out there, but you know, it's I don't know. Like if you're into that sort of stuff, great. That's another game. That's another game that you can put under your belt. But for me personally, it didn't really do. It wasn't like, oh, I want to go out and play this. All I was thinking was, oh yeah, I should probably play Dead Space at some point soon. Do you know what I mean?
Because there's that other game, there's that other fucking space game that came out. The name escapes me just now. It came out a couple of years ago, and it fucking bombed because it was a janky mess again.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like
remember
Solaris or
no, it wasn't that.
It was Protocol something.
Yeah, something Protocol.
Anyway,
a Callisto Protocol. There you go.
Callisto Protocol. That's a good man. But like, this is one of the games again. I'm going to wait to see what else comes out because the fact they've got like Troy Baker on board, I think's like already merits like checking out. I think.
I agree with you. Yeah, 100%.
Then they showed Mud Runner, which I'm not really bored with that.
Yeah, just.
Then they showed The Crew, which I wasn't too bored about.
Nah.
Then they showed Cyberpunk 2077 update or DLC, whatever they want to call it. Hopefully, I've been hearing that the game is slowly getting fixed and is like actually playable now. So, I mean, could be worthwhile checking it.
Too little, too late, maybe. I don't
know. Because mind they were saying that about fucking.
Yeah, they really revamped all of that though. Do you know what I mean? This just seems like we fixed our mistake a couple of years later. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like that. So I don't know. Like I hope it's good. I hope people go out and play it and it's good. I'm trying to be negative Nancy about it, but I just feel like it is a little bit too little, too late. I mean, that game released, what was it, like 2-3 years ago now? Maybe more. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like now you're fixing your mistakes. It's like, okay.
I think they've been updating it like over the last couple of years. I don't think this is the only update they've done.
No,
I'm hoping this will probably be the last one. Like this will probably be the last big thing. Because like I remember playing Cyberpunk when it first came out, and I was driving underneath the road and like trying to drive in a straight line, and I couldn't fucking.
There's
hours, just loads of messes. Like
there's hours of content out there of people where they've found a glitch after bug after glitch. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Yeah.
I'd be interested to kind of see how it's perceived by people who have played Cyberpunk since it came out. Like I've only played it since it came out. I go on PlayStation 4. Like the funny thing is, it done the fucking No Man's Sky thing. I go on PlayStation 4 for like a $5 when I was in Edinburgh, and it since went up to £25 because it's been fixed. And the same thing happened to No Man's Sky, where they couldn't fucking give it away. Then they released an update, that fixed everything, and then suddenly the game went back up to like 30 quid again because people were fucking buying it. Like.
Yeah, people were like, oh, okay, I want to check this out again. Yeah. No, it happens, yeah.
There's a game called Stormgate that I've written, wait to see more. So I don't know, I can't mind anything about that.
Yeah.
There's a game called Last Epoch, which was a new class.
Nah.
Like,
that game did
why have a whole big thing about a new class like fucking day one? Then there was fucking Marvel Snap, and then I've literally just written a mobile game, fuck off, Ben, because I remember the guy came out and he was so fucking loud and just obnoxious and just like, shut the fuck up.
He was like, oh yeah, now, yeah, wait.
I'm good. Do you know, released it on mobile phone, but now you can play it on like PC. I was like,
as of like right now, and 5 minutes ago, and
day one.
I was like,
I'm going to fucking Marvel Snap your neck, and I'm going to shut the fuck up. But literally, that's all I could think of was fuck off, Ben. After Ben fucked off, they showed Armor Core Rubicon. I don't know the best way.
Rubicon, yeah.
Which, like the juice. Which I do like the Armor Core series. I do like the big fucking fighty mechanist.
I have not played since PS1, and this is the first time I've looked at it and gone, I might actually pick this up as well. It's a From Software game now, isn't it?
Aye.
So yeah, it does look good.
That's going to be. So the next game that came up, and this was my fucking problem, was a game called Warhaven. Right?
Warhaven.
Medieval setting. Guy dressed as a knight slashing fuck out loads of people.
Oh,
the music they decide to put with it is some shit fucking rap. Does not fucking fit the tone in the slightest.
Yeah,
if they
really
put
didn't do that
anything, if they put like some fucking epic kind of tune, or some
kind of like orchestral masterpiece, or
some big fucking grandiose piece, then maybe.
Yeah.
But the fact it's just like, it's like, nah, mate. No. For a GTA game, aye. For the crew, aye. Yeah. For a game like this, fucking day one. Nah. Pick the right fucking music. Not just because you think it looks cool, because it did not go in the slightest. If I watched that trailer on mute, I'd have been like, this is actually, and I've got nothing against rap music, don't get me wrong, actually, I like a lot of rap music. I'm doing with the rap. You know what? Typical old man fucking phrase there. I just said, what a fucking belly.
Yeah.
But like literally, there was another game. There was a couple of games before this one, but this is the one that fucking just completely fucking annoyed me. I can't remember what the other game was. Oh, it was that Immortals fucking Avian bullshit game. It's just like, pick appropriate fucking music. Like it might have been decent had it had a decent fucking back end. The game looks really fucking generic. Didn't get me wrong, but like if it had decent fucking music behind it, then I might have, it might have tickled my pickle a bit more. Like,
it didn't do anything for me, I'm not gonna lie.
But then Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, this game also looks fucking incredible.
They showed Shao Kahn, Sindel, and Raiden.
Sindel was amazing in this as well. My it's like what was it? They showed one of the fatalities, and she her hair whipped into. Who is it? Who was the guy she did that to?
Shao Kahn.
Was that Shao Kahn? Was it?
Was it Shao Kahn?
Yeah,
Shao Kahn. I mean, actually,
General Shao. Where she rips him apart. I was just like, oh my god, yes. This is. And it showed fucking Mortal Kombat.
They showed Motaro as well, which I remember trying to fucking beat him. I can't remember what Mortal Kombat game was, but I remember trying for fucking ages to beat him. And I remember finally beating him, and then you got to fucking Shao Kahn after it, and you fucking whipped his ass then.
Yeah.
Motaro, I remember him being one of the hardest fucking fights in the game. And you go to Shao Kahn, you're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, there's a nothing fight. But anyway.
Yeah.
There's actually something I was reading where they've got like what they've called like an accessibility mode. I say that in air quotes for fatalities. So like now you didn't have to remember, like you can remember the button combos for them. But if you want to experience them, they're making like an accessibility type thing where you can press an easier button and then get the fatalities. I think that's good. Like I take to say it's like an easy mode for the fatalities, but like half the reason you play Mortal Kombat is to see somebody's fucking spine getting ripped out and then set on fire. You know what I mean?
100%. Yep. 100%.
Like all the kind of close-up stuff, like the X-ray cams and stuff like that. All that was on display as well. So. I will definitely be getting this game when it comes up.
It looks tasty, and again, that might very well be a day one purchase for me too. Oh yeah.
And then it just kind of went downhill for here for the rest of it. They showed something called Ara History, which kind of looked like SimCity. Didn't really bother me. They showed the new season for Diablo 4. I've still to play Diablo 4. It sounds like there's still a lot of problems to fix for Diablo 4. And to be honest, I'm probably just going to get Baldur's Gate 3. That's going to be the next game like that I buy. I'm not going to bother wasting my time with Diablo 4 yet.
No.
Then they showed a game called Dustborn, which it looked cool, kind of cel-shaded stuff.
I like the shell-shaded stuff, but I cringed so hard in that trailer.
Aye, that's what I was about to say as well.
Just too
cringy.
cringy.
The power of words. Fuck off. At least
I'm sorry, it just looked like some sort of woke game, to be truthfully honest with you.
Aye, I was like trying
to be, yeah. No, no.
Then I think it ended kind of middle of the road for me because the last game it showed then was Alan Wake 2.
Oh, that game does look good.
I am looking forward to this, but I didn't think the trailer really showed too much. Like, it kind of set more the story than anything, I think. I only played a wee bit of the first one, and it was on 360 ages ago. So I've got a kind of vague remembrance there. I remember liking it. I remember there being a lot about it that annoyed me. But Alan Wake, I am definitely looking forward to. I've written down as well, Billy Mitchell looking motherfucker. So you know Billy Mitchell, the King of Kong?
No. Off the top of my head.
Yeah, we'll do a comparison later.
Okay.
But like, it looks like him. Like a fucking bellend. So it's a very bad character design. Yeah. But that's just me personally. But I am looking forward to seeing more. When Merit comes out, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Apparently though, this game isn't coming out physically.
Oh really?
That's what I've heard. I might be wrong. I might be wrong in that. But I'm sure I heard somewhere that it's gonna be digital.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm literally fact checking that now because I'm not too sure.
No fact checking.
Yeah.
Well,
Alan Quake sequel isn't getting a physical version, but its Thermos is, and fans are kind of annoyed.
Oh yeah. So, thanks, Alan Wake. Well, I'm not buying that game. That game can go and fuck itself. You know what game's getting a physical release though in January that would be very excited to know? Go on. Sea of Stars.
Hey.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to head off until it physically comes out to get. I'm not going to be one of these scumbag day one Xbox Game Pass motherfuckers. I'm going to wait until it comes out digitally. I'm going to wait until it comes out physically. No, sorry, I'm going to wait until it comes out physically, and I'm going to be like, James, help me.
Help me. I have high hopes for this game. It looks absolutely mental. And also another game that dropped as of yesterday that we were talking about is WrestleQuest is finally out.
WrestleQuest,
I did not know this, so here's a little tidbit for everyone listening. You can actually get this through Netflix on your phone. You can play this on Netflix on your phone. Downloaded it earlier.
I've got Netflix on my phone right now.
Well, there we go then. If you go to the games, to be honest with you, when I opened my Netflix on my phone, it was play WrestleQuest now. I was like, okay.
I know. Mine just goes straight to Swamp Kings.
Swamp Kings while we...
I'm going to, since we're here right now.
Yeah, there you go. In the middle of the podcast and Graham's downloading.
Aye. How'd you get, mine's has only got films. How'd you get to...
Okay, so we're going to do a step-by-step for everyone now, okay?
Oh, no, wait, I found games anyway. No,
so what you do is you go onto your phone. You go onto your phone, right? You go into your account.
My device is not compatible with this version. You can go and fuck yourself. Thanks for watching.
And then you go to your games, and then in there it should have the recent releases. And I didn't realize Netflix were doing this. I didn't realize they release games, but there are actually quite a few cool games on there. And there's a little tidbit at the end. We'll just point out a couple of really cool ones. So obviously WrestleQuest, Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed is like a Lego game, obviously.
Interesting.
Do you remember the game Cut the Rope?
Yes,
that's on there. Sonic Prime Dash, which is just a generic thing. Oxenfree is a really good interactive story game. That's on there. They've got Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon. That's another really cool one.
You know what this sounds like? What? A video.
It does.
So you should save it for the video.
I will.
There's one game I got for Netflix ages ago, It was fucking, was it like Into the Void or Into the Dead? It's basically like one of these games where you're just constantly running forward and there's zombies coming towards you. You need to like run, guide your guy through and pick up ammo and guns as you go. You can shoot as you go as well, but you only pick up like a certain amount of ammo.
That's interesting.
As you go.
As you go.
But that's it. That was Gamescom. I was overwhelmingly underimpressed.
I mean, there was a few games there that got me really excited. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a few, like all the games that were announced. Like, to be fair, there was a fucking load of games announced, and it was like what, fucking 3 hours. There was a load announced, which is good.
There was.
Like, there wasn't very many of these like fucking world premiere bullshit things. Like,
there was a point where it was like world premiere. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yes, no, there was quite a few games. But to be honest with you, the standout ones for me were that ZZZ game, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat. Those were the main ones that stuck out for me. And to be fair, apart from I didn't know about ZZZ, but Tekken 8 and Mortal Kombat I did know about. But I'm glad that Tekken 8 got the new trailer, because it honestly that game does look good. It's excited me. So
Crimson Desert is definitely going to be one. Lords of the Fallen is definitely going to be one. Mortal Kombat is definitely going to be one. I actually can't even wait until we go online with Mortal Kombat. It's going to be fucking amazing.
I know. You'll play it on your PS5, or are you going to play it on? What are you playing it on?
I'd like to say I'm going to play it on PlayStation 5, but we'll see.
I hope
all depends, because I'm toying with the idea of getting a 3D printer as well.
Did
I say that to you last week? I can't mind.
You did, yeah, you did. I mean, it's dangerous for you to get one of those, but I also wouldn't say no. Because, you know,
I've literally said,
Graham, I need you to get me 3D print me some wee boobs, and you'd be like, oh god, how am I going to explain this to the wife?
Can you print that statue of Tifa that came out a couple of years ago that you can't?
Oh, the Italian Senate version? Yeah, that was totally it.
No, the Italian Senate version, the other version.
Oh.
Mind the one I can't mind the one where she was bent over and you can see everything.
Oh yeah.
Cursed
is that? Yeah, cursed. I mean, you could.
I'll print it over to you. I'll print it. I'll send it over to you, and then next time I come over to Wales, I'll look like a fucking melted candle.
I don't get hot enough over here for that. But yeah, so there you go. We'll watch this space anyway.
But we'll see anyway. Because like I've literally said to Miss Lady, I don't know how many times over the last 5 days, I'm going to get a 3D printer. No, I'm not. I'm going to get a 3D printer. Nah, I'm not. And then I told her I was going to get a 3D printer this morning. She asked me to order something with Amazon. I ordered her thing. But then I was like, I'll have no look. I'll wait to see.
Well, I'm going to be trying to save as much money as I can now. However, I am about to buy tickets for an ice hockey game. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. But that's all coming out of the portal money, though. Like, so that's a separate thing entirely.
It is. Well, yeah, it kind of is. But, yeah.
But there's still...
the same trip.
There's still 8 weeks.
Is it 8 weeks now? Oh,
8 weeks.
Goodness,
I'm sure it is. Let me double check. Let me consult the old googly.
Yeah. We're going to have some
1 month, 2 weeks. So that's basically six. That's basically 6 weeks.
Oh my fucking god. It's coming back so quickly. We are going to be doing the podcast as well when we're in Portland.
Oh, fact.
It's just... That's just going to be a wild...
We're going to have to do like a group podcast or something like that.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, no, 100%. Because don't forget, you know, there's loads of us there in the media section that do content creation, as well as friends that don't. So it's going to be an amazing little get together of content. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be fucking 6 weeks. Because the way I see it is I've still got 6 weeks to save. So if I get a 3D printer, I could still, you know, save.
Do it. No, like I say, I'm just, I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. I'm trying to keep my expectations in check with it, but I am excited. It's gonna be great.
Why?
So, no, not so much. Sorry, that was probably the wrong thing. No, what I mean is I can't get too excited about it now because you know how impatient I get. That's know with that. That's so if I start getting like that, I'm just gonna become really bloody annoying. I'm gonna be like, Graham, can we go now? How can we go now? Can we go now? Graham, Portland. That's how it goes. But there we go. I think that's it, buddy.
Episode 13. By the time we get to Portland, it's episode 13 now. So that means it's basically going to be like episode 20 by the time we're over in Portland. That seems like fuck. I'm going to start counting a year in fucking episodes.
I think episode 19 and 20 will be recorded in America. Episode 20 will be in Seattle. Episode 19 will be in Portland.
Well, unless we do episode 19, where we said the last one was
20.
We might do that. I don't know. Actually, we'll see.
We'll do it in Seattle. It'll be great. It'll be great. Not at the ice hockey game though.
No.
No.
Maybe a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be fun. But we'll see.
Who knows?
Anything else to talk about, James?
Nope, that was it, buddy. That was definitely it. So there's lots of good games coming out. Very exciting, and yeah, my wallet's crying. So yeah,
my wallet's crying. That's it.
There you go. That's it, buddy.
We'll see you next week. Thanks, man.